Hey Christian, what's going on? This is Cesternino and Taran Armstrong for RHAP. Sad to see you go out of the house. How are you holding up?
I'm doing all right. Honestly, I'm the most upset that I don't get to spend the rest of the summer with this amazing cast. I did come to play and compete, so the money was not something I focused on. I'm just upset that I don't get to spend the rest of the summer with them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, your passion for being there, I felt like it shone through tonight. Just like I could feel the disappointment, and I feel like I'm happy that you were disappointed. I'm sad that you were disappointed, but I'm also happy that you were disappointed because it meant that you cared a lot.
Yes, I did. I really, if there was any opportunity, because there was a bunch of theories going around that if there was an opportunity to get back in this game, but I needed to risk literally any amount of money or earnings that I already acquired while being in the house, I would have risked times a lot more. It was very stupid, but I would have done it to get back in the game.
How close did you feel like you were to having the house flip to keep you?
That close. I was right there. I mean, a lot of people in the previous weeks waited till I believe Wednesday to start their one-on-ones and start campaigning for themselves. I started, I believe, the second I got put on the block. So it's something that not only I definitely don't regret because I think I was really that close to flipping them, but it's something I really needed to do because no one else in this house has been in that situation before. Because every other vote was more of a house target, and I really felt like I needed to fight more than everyone else, and it helped me get through it. Because if I just sat there for 3 days, I wouldn't have been able to deal with it the way the past guest did.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the other night, that if basically if Brittany goes up into that HOH room by herself without Big D and Aza, it's a good chance that flip goes through. Actually,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I know. I know. And I while I was walking them up the stairs, I kept saying to them, this isn't like don't get me in, I think what I said was don't get me in trouble or don't blow this for me because I knew that was such a bad look on my end. And I didn't know all the drama that happened the night before with Brittany, which Big D and Aza really, yeah, could have been the different that situation could have been the difference maker. And it's upsetting, but I'm really happy that I got to play and I wouldn't have changed anything about my game.
Could you have told Brittany like, "Hey, I need to tell you a secret"?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe I could have been a little more subtle. Uh, I said,
Taste this club sandwich.
I pretty much said right straight out that I need to talk to her, or no, Tiffany needed to talk to her. And then they said, why? And I said, it's urgent. I literally said exactly what it's about without saying what it's about. So, yes, in hindsight, I could have been a little sneakier about it.
Yeah. So last week you did consider, you brought up the option. What if I did target Derek X this week? The idea kind of got shot down. But you did instead try to work with him. There was like a 4-person sort of group that you formed with Alyssa, Hannah, and him. But the relationship didn't always seem to be, though. Strategically, you kind of linked, within the Royal Flush and with that group.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like you ever really hung out too much, like one-on-one, or ever had those sort of bonding conversations.
Yeah, me and Derek X, I don't know about I really don't know about him on a personal level because we never made that connection. But me, we really burnt our bridge week one with all the
Mm-hmm.
rumors that Frenchie started. And since then, it wasn't that him and I weren't willing to make it work. It's it was hard to make work. Small talk and all that game talk just seemed fake because we both knew not that we disliked each other, but we knew that eventually we had to. I think since week one we knew we eventually had to target each other, and everything else that wasn't about that really just kind of came off as fake, and it was better off to not hide it. And that's what we did. We kind of just avoided each other, which did hurt my game.
Do you have any hard feelings towards Derek X for the way that the backdoor went through this week?
No, I do applaud him because he did what I wanted to do last week to him and couldn't pull off. The only thing that does upset me is the fact that my chip has never been pulled from the veto box ever. I've had a house guest choice, which I got chosen for, and I played in the veto because I was HOH. His chip has been pulled every single week except for once. So it's really just the luck of the draw, but I wish I had at least one fighting chance this week, because not only do I know I would have won the wall comp, whale of a time, if I had the opportunity to play, but I think I would have put up a really, really good fight.
You would have done all those squats?
Absolutely. I would have been so prepared.
You would have shook your head back and forth a million times more than Brittany?
Thick neck. I have like a 16-inch neck. That comp is made for me.
You're used to spinning the hair around.
Yeah, that's right. I'm always flicking my hair around. So that's just another day.
Realistically, how long do you think it would have been? Like, when would you have taken the shot at Derek X? Let's say he plays out this week like you kind of were hoping. He goes after Brittany. Right. When do you think you actually take that shot?
A realistic timeline for me to take that shot was probably within the next, not this HOH, but the next one. So 2 weeks. I wouldn't have wanted to honestly win this HOH. I think no matter what, I would have thrown this HOH as long as it was to someone that I trusted, because the reason I'm going home is because of my wins. So I don't want to barely survive and get another win. So I would have thrown this week and done everything in my power to convince that person to do my dirty work for them or for me, and get out Derek X without me having to take the shot myself.
So we disappointed
2 weeks.
in only getting the 2 votes tonight with Alyssa and Xavier?
No, I know I would have had more votes if I allowed at least one more person. Brittany had a final 2 with me as well, and she's someone I respect so much in this house and bonded with a lot. If I did not tell her to vote with the house, I would have had at least a 3rd vote. Big D was iffy. I don't think I could have convinced Big D to vote for me, but I know I would have gotten one more vote. And I know even more, which makes me feel a lot better, that every single person, well, not every single person, the majority of people who voted me out preferred me to stay over Sarah Beth. I understand it's a game and they could have been lying to me, but I fully believe that they really wanted me to stay over SB. It's just that it's a perfect opportunity that they couldn't pass up.
Sure.
Yeah, I think from Tiffany's point of view in particular, she had been kind of trying to push Derek in the direction of Sarah Beth, made it clear to him that you were better for her game. But ultimately, she said she loves Derek X too much. She can't screw him over by not doing what he wanted. But she almost did. Came close.
Yeah, I know. I saw in the goodbye message that she really did try, and I feel bad because I definitely feel the most hurt by her not voting for me.
Tell me about your relationship with Alyssa. This is obviously a big part of your game. Do you think this was good for your game, or did it kind of hurt you a little bit?
Alyssa was absolutely fantastic for my game. The way I handled our relationship was not good for my game. So her being a part of my game was the reason I did make it so far. Without her around, I am confident I would have been home much sooner than this. So she is someone, no matter how many times I replay this, I would never have that connection. I'm so happy I had her because, like I said, she's the reason I went this far. The only change I would make is not spending every second alone with her and isolating myself with her, which is extremely, extremely difficult when it's a guy who thinks with his heart instead of his head. And it's a beautiful girl with a good personality that all I want to do is spend time with her. So it's difficult to make game decisions when you got a huge crush on someone in the house. It's very difficult to prioritize.
Yeah. And Kristen, I know you got to run. Can you just confirm for us that on the way out, Julie asked, what is the status of the relationship? And you said that Alyssa calls you what?
Alyssa says that she says girly girl, but she always says it some weird way. So it sounds like this.
She's your girly girl.
Yes. She is my girly girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes. She is my girly girl. We said we're gonna, especially me being on the outside of the house, I am going to not do anything with anybody which won't be difficult because I only have feelings for her. So we're going to hold off just because we didn't make anything official. We're going to wait until I see her again.
There, I might have misheard that then tonight. Okay. All right. Christian, all the best to you outside of the house. And, thanks for being such a good sport.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.